So today what we'll do is we will see the structure of the nephron, which is the functional and the structural unit of the kidney. So each kidney, it is made up of, we'll see all this part later, revise all this part later. Each kidney, it is made up of 1 million nephrons. So 1 million nephrons are present in each kidney. So 1 kidney is equal to 1 million nephrons. So human body में कितने nephrons होंगे? How many nephrons approximately the human body is going to have?
2 million.
Yes.
2 million.
So question अगर 1 kidney पूछेगा, each kidney पूछेगा, तो answer होगा 1 million nephrons. If the question is asking human body, so answer will be 2 million nephrons. Important MCQ over here. One kidney is going to have 1 million nephrons. The body is going to have 2 million nephrons. So nephron, it is the structural and functional unit of the kidney. Each nephron, it is divided into two parts. Okay, basically two parts रहते हैं. Each nephron is divided into two parts. The first part is glomerulus and the second part is renal tubule. So the first part is glomerulus. Glomerulus. And the second part is renal tubule. हम ये structures देखेंगे अभी. We will see what is the glomerulus. We will see what is the renal tubule. Alright. But before that, हम draw करेंगे ये structure. Before we write about each of the structure, we are going to draw these structures so that you understand. Alright. So glomerulus is a tuft of capillaries. So first, glomerulus क्या होता है? It is a tuft. Tuft means a bunch, a bundle, bunch of capillaries, which will be branches of which artery?
Renal artery.
Yes, branches of renal artery. So renal artery से हमको मिलेगा arteriole और arteriole से मिलेगी capillaries. So ये जो capillaries का bunch है, इसको बोलेंगे glomerulus. So glomerulus is going to be a bunch of capillaries which enter the kidney. So renal artery से बनेगा. Now this is the renal artery. Then you have the arteriole. So this is called efferent arteriole. Efferent मतलब अंदर आने वाला. Efferent arteriole. This efferent arteriole divides into capillaries. Into fine capillaries. उसके बाद बॉडी का जनरल पैटर्न कैसा होता है? These capillaries should join to form what? Should join to form what? Circulation chapter. Venules. लेकिन यहाँ पे थोड़ा सा अलग है. ये कैपिलरीज ज्वाइन करती हैं और वापस बाहर निकलती हैं नेफ्रॉन से as the efferent arteriole. Efferent arteriole. रीनल आर्टरी के साथ ये वाला अरेंजमेंट थोड़ा सा अलग है. दिस एफरेंट आर्टीरियोल इट एंटर्स द ग्लोमेरुलस. उसके बाद ये कैपिलरीज वापस ज्वाइन करके और एज इफरेंट आर्टीरियोल ही निकलती है यहाँ से. बाद में एफरेंट आर्टीरियोल विल ज्वाइन टू फॉर्म अगेन कैपिलरीज जो वेन्यूल्स बनाएगी और वेन बनाएगी. ये हम बाद में देखेंगे डिटेल. But you need to understand renal artery के branches है efferent arteriole और efferent arteriole. Renal artery से efferent arteriole. Efferent arteriole की जो capillaries बाद में ये capillaries हो जाएगी. Then these capillaries will again join and they will come out of the glomerulus. So efferent arteriole is entering the glomerulus, efferent arteriole is leaving the glomerulus. We will write these points. Efferent arteriole is entering the glomerulus. Efferent arteriole enters the glomerulus, or it forms the glomerulus, that is the tuft. It forms the bunch of capillaries. And efferent arteriole, it leaves the glomerulus. It leaves the glomerulus. So basically glomerulus क्या है? It is this renal artery which is coming. ये अगर efferent arteriole है, ये renal artery ले लेते हैं, ये efferent arteriole. So this efferent arteriole, उसकी ये branches, ये capillaries efferent arteriole, and then they again join to leave from the glomerulus as the efferent arteriole. तो एक हो गया efferent, दूसरा हो गया efferent. This tuft of capillaries, this bunch of capillaries, this is the glomerulus. This bunch of capillaries is the glomerulus. इसके थ्रू ब्लड आता है एक एक नेफ्रॉन के अंदर. ये ब्लड यूरिया रिच रहेगा. इट हैज कम फॉर फिल्ट्रेशन ओवर हियर. इट हैज कम टू द किडनीज फॉर फिल्ट्रेशन. सो इट इज गोइंग टू बी रिच इन यूरिया. All right. Now let us see. This is the first part. Okay, we saw the glomerulus. So we saw this glomerulus. Now let us see the renal tubule. So the renal tubule, it is made up of renal tubule. It is made up of, इसका first part है Bowman's capsule. Bowman's capsule. The second part is proximal convoluted tubule, that is PCT, proximal convoluted tubule. So it is PCT. Then third part is loop of Henle. Loop of Henle. Loop of Henle के दो arms रहेंगे. So it is descending limb and then it is ascending limb. Ascending limb. And then you have the distal convoluted tubule. Distal convoluted मतलब coiled. Tubule, tube like structure. ये पूरा एक कंटिन्यूस ट्यूब रहेगा. जैसे हमने डाइजेस्टिव सिस्टम में देखा, माउथ इसोफेगस से स्टार्ट करो, खाना कहीं भी बाहर नहीं निकलता है. इसोफेगस से स्टमक, स्टमक से स्मॉल इंटेस्टाइन, लार्ज इंटेस्टाइन, आउट थ्रू द एनस. It's a continuous tube. Similarly, this renal tubule is a continuous tube. Bowman's capsule से start होगा, उसके बाद एक coiled structure आएगा, which is close to the Bowman's capsule, इसीलिए proximal. Convoluted का मतलब है coiled. Coiled tubule. Then loop of Henle. Why we are calling it loop? Because it is in the shape of a hairpin bend like this. ऐसा जैसे loop होता है वैसा उसका shape होता है. So we say loop of Henle. Henle is behind the discoverer, जिसने उसको discover किया है. इसमें एक नीचे आने वाला loop होगा और एक ऊपर जाने वाला loop होगा. So नीचे आने वाला descending, ऊपर जाने वाला ascending. नीचे आने वाला descending, ऊपर जाने वाला ascending. Then you have distal convoluted tubule. Distal because it is away now and again it is coiled. So distal convoluted tubule. So now let us make this structure तो आपको और समझ में आएगा. Let us make. देखो, Bowman's capsule ऐसा cup like structure होता है. This is the Bowman's capsule. इसके बाद बनाएंगे पीसीटी, ऐसा कॉइल्ड स्ट्रक्चर बट ट्यूब है ये। So this is number 1 Bowman's capsule. This is number 2, that is PCT. See, proximal convoluted tubule. Convoluted मतलब coil. So this is Bowman's capsule. This is proximal convoluted tubule. अब एक स्ट्रक्चर है लूप ऑफ हेनले जो ऐसे नीचे आएगा। So ये नीचे आने वाला स्ट्रक्चर, ये लूप वाला स्ट्रक्चर इज द लूप ऑफ हेनले। नीचे आने वाला लिम्ब लूप ऑफ हेनले हैज 2 आर्म्स, one which is coming down, one which is going up. नीचे आने वाला आर्म इज द डिसेंडिंग लिम्ब, it is descending limb or we say descending arm of loop of Henle. ऊपर जाने वाला, ये ऊपर जाएगा ऐसे, this is the ascending limb, ascending limb. ये दोनों limbs किसके मिलके क्या बनाएंगे? The third structure, that is loop of Henle. We also write it as LOH, loop of Henle. LOH. अब loop of Henle के बाद क्या आने वाला है? What is going to come after the loop of Henle?
DCT.
Yes, DCT, distal convoluted tubule. फिर से वो coiled structure बनेगा, और distal क्यों? Because it is away. So distal convoluted tubule will be again a coiled structure like this. So this will be number 4, that is DCT, distal convoluted tubule. अब देखो ये एक continuous tube है. I want to show you. See, Bowman's capsule में जो आ गया, इधर जो अंदर आ गया फिल्टर होके, वो यहाँ घूमेगा, यहाँ घूमेगा, यहाँ घूमेगा, ये नीचे आएगा, यहाँ जाएगा, डिस्टल कन्वोल्यूटेड ट्यूब्यूल में घूमेगा. इट्स अ कंटिन्यूअस ट्यूब. कहीं भी यहाँ से ये वाला फिल्ट्रेट बाहर नहीं जाएगा, फिल्ट्रेट बाहर नहीं जाएगा. ये कंटिन्यूअस ट्यूब है. एंड डिस्टल कन्वोल्यूटेड ट्यूब्यूल, इट ओपन्स इनटू a structure which is called collecting duct. Collecting duct. अब हमने क्यों नहीं बोला कि कलेक्टिंग डक्ट नेफ्रॉन का पार्ट है? बिकॉज एक कलेक्टिंग डक्ट में अराउंड 8 to 10 डिस्टल कन्वोल्यूटेड ट्यूब्यूल्स ओपन होते हैं. अराउंड 8 to 10 नेफ्रॉन्स के डिस्टल कन्वोल्यूटेड ट्यूब्यूल आके ओपन होते हैं कलेक्टिंग डक्ट. मतलब ये एक नेफ्रॉन है, ये है, इनके डीसीटीज आके ओपन होते हैं एक कलेक्टिंग डक्ट में. इसीलिए कलेक्टिंग डक्ट एक नेफ्रॉन का पार्ट नहीं है. इट इज द कॉमन डक्ट जिसमें डिस्टल कन्वोल्यूटेड ट्यूब्यूल्स ओपन अप होती हैं. द डिस्टल कन्वोल्यूटेड ट्यूब्यूल्स, दे आर ओपनिंग अप. अब समझ रहा है, ये जो हमने कलेक्टिंग डक्ट्स देखे थे, ये यूरिन कहां से ला रही है? फ्रॉम वेयर इज इट ब्रिंगिंग? ये कलेक्टिंग डक्ट्स. So each collecting duct is bringing the urine from the nephrons. Around 8 to 10 nephrons या उससे भी ज़्यादा open up होते हैं एक collecting duct में, और ये collecting ducts यहाँ आती हैं medullary region में. ये cortex से start हो रही है, medulla में खत्म हो रही है. देखो, cortex से start हो रही है, medulla में खत्म हो रही है collecting duct. So अगर अभी मुझे ये structures को divide करना है, if I divide my board into cortex and medulla, तो देखो कैसा पिक्चर मिलेगा हमको. So see, अगर ये ऊपर का बोर्ड is cortex, मतलब ये आउटर साइड ऑफ किडनी है, और ये नीचे का is medulla. Which structures are in the cortex? कौन से structures cortex में है?
Bowman's capsule,
Bowman's
Bowman's
capsule,
capsule,
DCT,
PCT,
DCT, DCT.
कलेक्टिंग डक्ट कॉर्टेक्स में भी है, मेडुला में भी है. It extends from the cortex to the medulla because DCT को open होना है collecting duct. और मेडुला में कौन से स्ट्रक्चर्स हैं? लूप ऑफ हेनले है और ये कलेक्टिंग डक्ट. लूप ऑफ हेनले है और कलेक्टिंग डक्ट. तो कॉर्टिकल स्ट्रक्चर्स में बोमेन्स कैप्सूल, पीसीटी, डीसीटी और कलेक्टिंग डक्ट आएगा. मेड्यूलरी स्ट्रक्चर्स में ये लूप ऑफ हेनले और कलेक्टिंग डक्ट आएगा. Now if I want to draw the glomerulus, glomerulus is this tuft of capillaries जो यहाँ से आती है. तो ये आने वाली कैपिलरीज ये डिवाइड होगी बहुत सारी फाइन फाइन कैपिलरीज में और यहाँ से ये निकलेगी एज द इफरेंट आर्टरी. So this is efferent arteriole. Efferent arteriole. This is branch of renal artery, and this is efferent arteriole. Efferent arteriole. So this is efferent. This is efferent. Efferent अंदर आ रही है. See. Efferent is coming inside. It is forming these capillary networks. Bunch of capillaries is branch of this efferent arteriole, which together join again and leave this glomerulus as the efferent arteriole. So अब हमने देखे हैं ये वाले structures, which is the glomerulus and the renal tubule. Now, important question. हमने ग्लोमेरुलस को क्यों नहीं इंक्लूड कर लिया रीनल ट्यूब्यूल में? Why did we not include the glomerulus in the renal tubule? बोलो. क्यों नेफ्रॉन को दो पार्ट्स में डिवाइड किया, एक ग्लोमेरुलस और फिर एक बोमेन्स कैप्सूल? बिकॉज ये वाला कंटिन्यूस ट्यूब्यूल है यहाँ से. सो दैट इज कॉल्ड द रीनल ट्यूब्यूल. किडनी के साथ एसोसिएटेड है तो रीनल प्रीफिक्स होगा. This is the renal tubule, a continuous tube-like structure, and this is the first part. Nephron का first part glomerulus और फिर ये Bowman's capsule, ये renal tubule. But renal tubule का first part कौन सा होगा? Which will be the first part of renal tubule?
Bowman's capsule.
Bowman's capsule. MCQ over here. First part of nephron will be glomerulus because ये पूरा structure nephron बनाता है. But first part of renal tubule, ये tube-like continuous tube-like structure. So first part of renal tubule will be this cup-like structure which is Bowman's capsule. ये cup है जिसमें glomerulus बैठता है. This is a cup जिसमें glomerulus is sitting. So Bowman's capsule, it encloses the glomerulus. It is a cup-like structure which encloses the glomerulus. So all of you see now, अब आपको ये वाले structures समझ में आ रहे हैं. You can understand glomerulus, you can understand Bowman's capsule. Okay, so glomerulus, it is a tuft of capillaries. We will go back to this slide. Yes, glomerulus is a bunch of capillaries. कितनी capillaries का bunch? Around 50 to 100 capillaries. 50 to 100 capillaries का bunch है. All right. These capillaries, they are branches of what? They are branches of efferent arteriole. Efferent arteriole is branch of what? It is branch of renal artery. 50 to 100 bunch of capillaries which form this glomerulus. They are branches of the efferent arteriole, which is again a branch of renal artery. उसके बाद ये capillaries join होके they will leave the glomerulus as the efferent arteriole. So glomerulus is a tuft of capillaries. This glomerulus is enclosed. It is enclosed in what? Enclosed in cup-like structure which is called क्या बोलेंगे cup-like structure को?
Bowman's
Which is
capsule.
Bowman's capsule. Bowman's capsule. Glomerulus is a tuft of capillaries. It is enclosed in a cup-like structure which is called Bowman's capsule. Efferent arteriole, it enters the glomerulus. MCQ, efferent, अंदर आने वाला. This word हमने और कहाँ देखे हैं? Efferent और efferent ये terms. Where have we seen these terms? Neuron. Efferent मतलब brain में अंदर जाने वाले. Efferent मतलब brain से निकलने वाले. So same over here. Efferent मतलब अंदर आने वाली capillaries. Efferent मतलब बाहर जाने वाली. This efferent arteriole, it forms this glomerulus, this bunch of capillaries. This is coming, it enters the glomerulus. Whereas efferent arteriole, it leaves the glomerulus. Important MCQs with the efferent arteriole, who is entering, who is leaving. Next, first part of renal tubule is the Bowman's capsule. Bowman's capsule is the first part of renal tubule. Bowman's capsule is first part of renal tubule. So then you have this Bowman's capsule. Dekho, renal tubule will be made up of Bowman's capsule, proximal convoluted tubule (PCT), loop of Henle, which will have two limbs, descending limb, ascending limb. यहाँ पे क्लियर लिख के रखो, नीचे आने वाला इज डिसेंडिंग लिम्ब, ऊपर जाने वाला इज असेंडिंग लिम्ब. नीचे जाने वाला डिसेंडिंग लिम्ब, ऊपर जाने वाला असेंडिंग लिम्ब. एंड देन यू हैव द डिस्टल कॉन्वोल्यूटेड ट्यूब्यूल. Distal convoluted tubule. So now if you take a pen and a paper, quickly you should be able to draw this cup-like structure. उसके बाद ये coiling, which is the proximal convoluted tubule. Then this U-shaped structure, this loop-like structure, which is the loop of Henle. नीचे आने वाला descending limb, ऊपर जाने वाला ascending limb. Then you have the DCT, distal convoluted tubule, and distal convoluted tubule, it opens into the collecting duct. Distal convoluted tubule opens into the collecting duct. तो कुछ नहीं करना है, एक सिंपल फिर से ड्रॉ करोगे आप लोग ये डायग्राम. Quickly see that you can do this cup-like structure like this. एक कप बनाना है जिसको एंड नहीं करना है. Then this coil structure, तो ये coiling दिखाएंगे. After this coiling, you are going to show the loop of Henle which is going down. तो पहले ये सिंगल बना लो, फिर डबल करो उसको. After that, again a coil structure, so you will show the DCT. ये continuous tube दिखाना है. Then this DCT will open into the collecting duct. DCT will open into the collecting duct. Quickly now see that you can label 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, all these structures. मतलब मैंने DCT बोला तो आपको क्लियर रहना चाहिए which region I am saying. मैंने PCT बोला तो आपको समझ में आना चाहिए which region I am saying. If I say descending limb, you should understand. जब मैं descending limb बोल रही हूँ तो आपको ये नहीं समझ में आना चाहिए, ये समझ में आना चाहिए. Descending limb नीचे आने वाला, ascending limb ऊपर जाने वाला. यहाँ कंफ्यूज नहीं होना है. This is descending, this is going up, ascending. And then you should also understand this tuft of capillaries over here which forms the glomerulus. बहुत सारी capillaries and then which leads from here. So ये वाला efferent, ये वाला efferent, ये वाला efferent, ये वाला efferent. And then usually ये वाले cortical structures होंगे. So ये cortex और ये मेडुला. सो कलेक्टिंग डक्ट्स. अब आगे मेडुला में बहुत सारी कलेक्टिंग डक्ट्स मिलके क्या बनाती है? कॉमन डक्ट विच इज डक्ट ऑफ बेलिनी. यस, बहुत सारी कलेक्टिंग डक्ट्स मिलके बनाएंगी डक्ट ऑफ बेलिनी. उसके बाद का पूरा पाथवे हमने डिस्कस किया है. डक्ट ऑफ बेलिनी के बाद क्या? डक्ट ऑफ बेलिनी के बाद चलो क्विकली.
Minor calyx.
माइनर कैलिक्स. माइनर कैलिक्स के बाद
Major calyx.
मेजर कैलिक्स. मेजर कैलिक्स के बाद
pelvis,
पेल्विस. पेल्विस के बाद
ureters,
यस. पेल्विस के बाद द यूरेटर्स. चलो, एनी डाउट्स ओवर हियर? एनी डाउट्स ओवर हियर? क्विकली टेल मी. बोलो. चलो, let us continue. Now, nephrons. Now we'll see the classification of nephrons. Nephrons, they can be of two types. Two types. अब हमने नेफ्रॉन का स्ट्रक्चर देखा. Now let us see how can we differentiate nephrons into two types. Because ये structures तो सब में रहेंगे. Every nephron is going to have glomerulus, Bowman's capsule, PCT, loop of Henle, DCT. DCT which is opening into the collecting duct. So how we are differentiating these two nephrons? So for this what I do is I will divide my page into cortex and medulla. So this is cortex, the outer surface, and this is medulla, the inner surface. एक cortex है, ऊपर वाला portion cortex है, नीचे वाला medulla. That is how I have divided my page. Now first nephron that I draw is going to be like this. So this is the Bowman's capsule. Then we have the PCT. Then we have the loop of Henle, the DCT. And which opens into the collecting duct. This is my number 1 nephron. Alright, now let me do a number 2 nephron, which will show us the difference. Okay, what do you feel is the difference between the two nephrons? Now both of them will have the glomerulus. Glomerulus तो दोनों में रहेगा.
Loop of Henle is longer in second medulla.
Yes, loop of Henle is long. In which one? In the second one. Alright, so this is my number 2 nephron, which is having a long loop of Henle. The loop of Henle is more in the medulla. और बोलो, उसका Bowman's capsule और PCT का क्या location है? If we see the cortex and medulla का boundary, they are close to the medulla. See the Bowman's capsule, PCT, DCT, they are close to the medulla. Whereas इसमें they are far. ये cortex में है, proper cortex में. They are close to the medulla, these cortical structures. Alright, so depending on these two things, these nephrons, they are divided. This one is called cortical nephron. Cortical nephron. Cortical nephron. And this is called juxta medullary nephron. Juxta medullary nephron. Now, who will tell me what is the meaning of juxta? Juxta का meaning क्या है? Juxta means close. Close. So, close to medulla. Juxta means close. तो पूरा का पूरा nephron is close to medulla. More is in the medulla और जो ऊपर वाले structures हैं वो भी close to the medulla है. Juxta means close. So, juxta medullary nephron. This is cortical nephron. So, we will write the differences now. Differences. Cortical nephron में maximum part is in the cortex. Cortex. Loop of Henle is short. Short loop of Henle. यहाँ पे लिखेंगे maximum part is close to medulla. So over here This is medulla, I will write. Maximum part is close to medulla. So juxtamedullary. Loop of Henle is long loop of Henle. ये वाले नेफ्रॉन्स बॉडी में होते हैं 85%. मतलब कॉर्टिकल नेफ्रॉन्स दे आर मोर इन नंबर इन द बॉडी, और ये वाले नेफ्रॉन्स होंगे 15%. So juxtamedullary nephrons are less, cortical nephrons are more in number. 85% is cortical nephron, 15% is juxtamedullary nephron. अब यहां पे लिखेंगे do not have vasa recta. Do not have vasa recta. अभी हम देखेंगे थोड़ी देर में what is vasa recta, we will see. So they do not have vasa recta, and यहां पे लिखेंगे they have vasa recta. Have vasa recta. We will see what is vasa recta. आप लिख लो. They do not have, they have vasa recta. Their main work, इनका main काम है reabsorption and formation of urine. So the main work over here, main work or main function is reabsorption and formation of urine. फॉर्मेशन ऑफ यूरिन में मेन काम करेंगे. ये 85% है हमारी बॉडी में. 85% ऑफ द नेफ्रॉन्स आर कॉर्टिकल नेफ्रॉन्स. इनका मेन काम है कॉन्सेंट्रेशन ऑफ फिल्ट्रेट. सो मेन फंक्शन इज कॉन्सेंट्रेशन ऑफ फिल्ट्रेट. यू विल अंडरस्टैंड दीज टर्म्स. अभी ग्रेजुअली यू विल अंडरस्टैंड. कॉन्सेंट्रेशन ऑफ फिल्ट्रेट. Very important MCQs. Difference between cortical nephron and juxtamedullary nephron. Cortical nephron, the major part will be in the cortex. Loop of Henle is short. Loop of Henle भी बहुत छोटा सा रहेगा. They are 85% in the body. They do not have a vasa recta. They do not have vasa recta. Second, juxtamedullary nephron. Juxta means close to the medulla. Maximum part is close to the medulla. Loop of Henle is long. 15% is the number in which they are found in the body. And then their main work is concentration of filtrate. Their main work is concentration of the filtrate. So चलो now we have to see what is vasa recta. To understand vasa recta हमको कुछ चीजें समझनी पड़ेगी, which we will see now. Any doubts over here? Any doubts over here? Anybody has not understood anything? Cortical nephron क्या होता है? Juxtamedullary nephron क्या होता है? बोलो मुझे. See that all of you have understood all these terms. चलो, so we continue. To understand what is vasa recta, हम समझेंगे renal blood flow. Renal blood flow means which is coming to the kidney. the renal blood flow. So renal artery ये एंटर करती है किडनी को, renal artery एंटर करती है, it divides into efferent arteriole, this we have seen, efferent arteriole की capillaries join to form efferent arteriole. Again efferent arteriole की capillaries, these capillaries will join to form venules, venules will join to form renal vein which will go out from the kidney, out from kidney. So renal artery, it enters the kidney, chalo quickly now, renal artery will carry what blood? What blood? OB. आर्टीरियोल बोल रहे हैं तो कौन सा ब्लड? OB, OB, OB. Then these capillaries will be OB and DOB over here. Are you getting me, all of you? चलो venules में DOB, renal vein DOB. So ये वाला पैटर्न हमने नॉर्मली देखा है, कैपिलरीज में ऑक्सीजनेटेड डीऑक्सीजनेटेड ब्लड का एक्सचेंज एंड देन दे जॉइन टू फॉर्म वेन्यूल्स एंड देन वेन एंड देन इट कम्स आउट फ्रॉम द बॉडी. बट दिस इज अ पैटर्न व्हिच वी आर सीइंग व्हिच इज डिफरेंट ओवर हियर. एक एफरेंट आर्टीरियोल से जो कैपिलरीज है वो इफरेंट आर्टीरियोल बन के बाहर निकलती है, बिकॉज एफरेंट आर्टीरियोल बनाता है ग्लोमेरुलस. एफरेंट आर्टीरियोल बनाता है ग्लोमेरुलस. Then we have renal vein, then it will come out from the kidney. So 3 capillary networks we have to. Can I move now? All of you done with writing this?
No, ma'am, 1 minute.
Okay. Chalo.
Yes, ma'am, done.
Chalo. So now we have to see 3 capillary networks that are formed over here. 3 capillary networks. The first one is the efferent arteriole, that is the glomerulus. एक कैपिलरी नेटवर्क तो ग्लोमेरुलस बनता है. efferent arteriole, इसकी 50 to 100 कैपिलरीज का बंच, it forms the glomerulus, which is a tuft of capillaries. It is a tuft of capillaries which is formed, and this forms a high pressure capillary bed. High pressure capillary bed. क्यों बोल रही हूँ हाई प्रेशर कैपिलरी बेड? बिकॉज ये एफरेंट आर्टीरियोल है. बड़े पाइप में से छोटे छोटे पाइप्स में जब पानी चला जाता है तो प्रेशर इंक्रीज हो जाता है. इट फॉर्म्स अ हाई प्रेशर कैपिलरी बेड. सो दिस फर्स्ट वन इज द ग्लोमेरुलस which is efferent arteriole is forming a bunch of 50 to 100 capillaries. उसके बाद अब देखेंगे the second one, which is the peritibular.
Ma'am, can you show the last slide?
Yes,
Ma'am, can you show the last line?
peritibular
Yes, ma'am. Done.
Done?
Yes, ma'am.
Chalo, next. So the second one is peritubular capillary network. कौन बनाता है ये पेरिटिब्यूलर कैपिलरी नेटवर्क? पेरिटिब्यूलर का मतलब क्या है? These capillaries, these branches, capillaries surround the tubule. They surround the tubule. Peritibular, tubule को surrounding, peritibular. They are branches of efferent arteriole. Branches of efferent arteriole which surround PCT and DCT. Tubular portion को surrounding efferent arteriole की branches, they are the peritubular capillary network. Peritubular capillary network. Let us see in the diagram peritubular capillary network. So see this efferent arteriole, it is coming out from here and it is going to surround like this. It's going to surround this region over here. Its branches are going to be everywhere. So of course this will be double. I have not doubled it. This will be peritubular capillary network. कौन बना रहा है पेरिटिब्यूलर कैपिलरी नेटवर्क? हु इज मेकिंग? एफरेंट की efferent arteriole.
Efferent.
हाँ, efferent arteriole बना रहा है. This is efferent. This is efferent. So branches of the efferent arteriole that surround यहाँ पे भी बनाऊंगी मैं. Branches of the efferent arteriole that surround the PCT and the DCT, they are called peritubular capillary networks or peritubular capillaries. चलो अब देखो next one. Now we will see the third one. If you are done with writing this, we will see the third capillary network now. The third capillary network is vasa recta. So the third network is vasa recta. Branch of peritubular capillary which dips down and surrounds the loop of Henle. Loop of Henle. Branch of peritubular capillary. Peritubular capillary is a branch of what? Efferent arteriole. इसीलिए वासा रेक्टा कौन बनाएगा? Efferent arteriole बना रहा है. Because ultimately the peritubular capillary is branch of efferent arteriole. So efferent arteriole बना रहा है. But this kind of network, this vasa recta, it is present, it is seen only in juxtamedullary nephrons. Juxtamedullary nephrons. It is seen only in juxtamedullary nephrons. आगे हम यूरिन फॉर्मेशन में देखेंगे why it is present only in juxtamedullary nephrons. What is the function of vasa recta? What is the role of vasa recta? This we will see further in the physiology of urine formation. So it is a branch of peritubular capillary जो नीचे आती है और loop of Henle को surround करती है. अब loop of Henle जहाँ पे long है वहीं पे ये नीचे आएगी. That means vasa recta is seen in juxtamedullary nephrons. It is absent in cortical nephrons. It is absent in cortical nephrons. If you are done with writing, हम diagram में बनाएंगे. We will draw in the diagram the vasa recta. Sure. Are you done?
Yes, ma'am.
Sure. So we'll go back to the diagram and we will draw this vasa recta in the. So यहीं से एक branch लेंगे. यहीं से एक branch नीचे आ रही है. So it does not come out like this. It's going to encircle. And then it will leave. So this branch which is coming down, encircling the loop of Henle, in the juxtamedullary nephrons, this is vasa recta. Vasa recta. So peritubular capillaries से एक ब्रांच जो नीचे उतर के आती है and it is surrounding the complete loop of Henle. इसका क्या फंक्शन रहेगा यहाँ पे loop of Henle के साथ? This we will see. This vasa recta it will be absent in cortical nephrons. Vasa recta will be absent in cortical nephrons. Present in juxtamedullary nephrons. Present in juxtamedullary nephron. Chalo. So we will revise this much part and we will end the class today. हम ये पूरा part revise करेंगे. I will tell you the MCQs with this part and then we end.